Hello everyone. Welcome. So today we're going to speak about mindset. Now this is really important. Quite a few people have emailed me about listening to the self-hypnosis tracks. And the most important thing I gather from what people are experiencing is, the way in which you want to listen to it, the mindset you want to have in your life in general. Now there's two different mindsets that realistically someone can have. The first mindset is this: listening to the self-hypnosis track with the thought, oh, hope it works for me. I hope I don't blush. Oh, am I going to blush? I hope I don't. Listen to it with that mindset. Listen to it, hoping that it's going to shift something, and that blushing, if you blush, oh my God, it's all over. I failed. I give up. I tried and it didn't work. That's completely ridiculous. Completely the wrong approach. Now you want to listen to it in terms of supporting you, but helping you with your mindset in terms of your mindset being, I don't care if I blush. It's completely unimportant. It doesn't matter at all in any way. If I blush, I blush. I'm going to move forward straight away from there. And every time I blush, it's a good experience because it enables you to respond differently. Every time you experience insecurity in that situation, it's an opportunity for your mind to learn that you're not in danger, so it stops releasing extreme amounts of stress hormones which are causing your body to intensify. And when the stress hormones are released, let me add, what happens is a part of your brain called the amygdala activates. The amygdala contains every single memory from every painful experience your entire life. So when it activates, it links back the previous times in your life, the emotional states, the mental states that you've experienced. So if when you were younger, you blushed and it was horrible because people judged you, because you were bullied, because they laughed at you, because they treated you poorly, and you were scared that you're going to end up with no friends, that you're going to be alone, that you're going to be unloved, all these horrible things that a poor child would have to experience. Now when you're an adult and it triggers your stress hormones and it activates your amygdala, you feel the same. You feel the same horrible feelings, which is why you hate blushing, but blushing's not the issue, is it? Those associations are the issue. They're what make us feel horrible. But having a mindset of, I fear blushing, I can't blush more than anything else, all it does is reinforce the release of those stress hormones and reinforce in your mind that there is a reason why you should be afraid of blushing. Therefore, you need to avoid it like the plague. So it just continues and continues and continues. The opposite side of the spectrum is what you want. So you're looking forward to blushing. So blushing is an opportunity to deal with it differently, to respond differently. And every time you do, it's been proven, 100% that it will desensitize your nervous system. What does that mean? Well, it means that those stress hormones will not be released. And then what will happen is the amygdala, that part of your brain, all the neuroconnections will begin to wither away. All the neuroconnections will begin to die off. And what will happen then is your body will not respond in the extreme way. And more importantly, all of those connections from your childhood will no longer be linked to blushing. How amazing is that? So when you experience more comfort with blushing, the stress hormones will stop being released. As they stop being released, your brain will no longer have those associations towards blushing. So you no longer feel helpless or scared, or you no longer judge yourself as being useless or pathetic or daft or, oh my God, unprofessional, whatever it is, whatever associations, your rationalizations your brain is giving you today, they're purely justified based on those previous experiences. You're able to experience blushing as you did before then, when you were much younger, or when you experienced it that way. Well, how was it? Well, it wasn't even important at all. It would have been a minor experience. It would have just been something that quickly happened and you carried on with your life. You wouldn't dwell on it for a second. And you've blushed thousands of times like that previously when you were younger, and it was never important. It wasn't important in any way. It was only important at some stage during your childhood. You learned that it was a painful thing. You learned that you had to avoid it, and then, or you had a traumatic experience with blushing, and then what happened is your body associated, right, we need to release massive amounts of stress hormones whenever we blush. And then because of that, it intensified the response of blushing, and then it became an uncomfortable thing that you disliked. But fearful mindset is never going to support you in the right direction. You want to move forward in a mindset where you're actively looking to do things as you are listening to these recordings, actively looking to engage in blushing, to experience blushing. I don't know, it might be 10 times you have to blush and it'll be painful, or 5 times you've got to blush and you'll dislike it a little bit, and it'll get better and better every single time. So there's no point avoiding those times. Go out and engage in those times. One of the best things you can do to prove to your unconscious mind not to release stress hormones is to actively go out and do things that would cause that problem. For example, public speaking. If I was afraid of public speaking, what's the difference between talking to one person, talking to 100? There's no difference, is there? The only difference is when someone talks to 100, their body releases crazy amounts of adrenaline and cortisol, which activates your amygdala, and then it associates to the times of my childhood when I might have been laughed at or bullied or felt like an idiot by the teachers. And then what was I really afraid of? Well, I was really afraid of that if people laugh at me, I lose all my friends. I might have to sit on my own every single day at school. Like I might become the worst kid in the school. Everyone picks on a bully. So my life could have been horrific. So it was a real fear. But today, if I speak in front of people, is that going to happen? No. It's impossible, isn't it? It's absolutely impossible. I'm not at school. I'm in control of my own life. It's not realistic. But it's those associations that we're scared of feeling. But if I chose to public speak every single time, it would desensitize my nervous system. My body would release less adrenaline and cortisol every single time, and I'd feel more comfortable, and then it would break that connection between those childhood traumatic events. So I'd then be able to speak to you now as I could speak to my wife, or as I could speak to my children, as I could speak to a stranger, as I speak to 10 people, 20 people. It'd make no difference at all. We'll be able to do them all at the same level. And it's exactly the same with yourself. Whether your face is red or not, does that physiologically stop you from doing anything you want to do? Does it stop you from connecting with a girl if you're on a date? Does it stop you, chatting to people? Does it stop you speaking to a class of people? It doesn't at all. So don't protect it. Don't feel that you need to hide away to protect it, to avoid those feelings. The more you try and protect those childhood feelings and mindsets, just the longer they continue. It just does not work. Take a stance. Move forward in a way that's right for yourself. Wear blushing as a badge of honor. Literally wear it. Be proud of it. Be proud of it. Joke about it. Laugh about it. Have a strong, confident mindset in that regard, that supports you. If you wear it as a badge of honor, if you're not insecure, no one will care at all. No one will judge you at all. As I said to someone earlier, what people really judge us for is when we judge ourselves. If I'm insecure about something and someone can see I'm insecure about something and I'm massively judging myself, they judge us because it makes them feel uncomfortable, doesn't it? If you feel insecure and you're judging yourself, it makes me feel, oh my God, makes me feel more insular, more insecure, and more judging of myself. Whereas if you meet someone who's completely comfortable with blushing in every single way, completely comfortable with other insecurities, it gives you permission to feel comfortable within yourself. And it's a wonderful feeling. That's why we love people, not the confident robots and don't have any humane expressions, but we love people who have their insecurities, wear them as a badge of honor, openly express them, and are comfortable with them, and don't care. Don't care if it makes them feel a bit nervous or a bit silly or a bit daft or a bit, awkward. They literally don't care. It makes us feel so comfortable. We love people like that. So it can be an attractive quality. It can be a really wonderful quality to have in your life. Move forward in that mindset, the confident, strong mindset, moving forward in a way that supports yourself, looking forward to blushing, not trying to avoid it, not trying to run away from it, knowing that walking on eggshells, with that fear-based mindset, cannot support you in any area of your life. It just sabotages your life in so many, painful ways. You can do it. You've made the decision, to be a courageous person, to listen to self-hypnosis recordings every single day. And as they help you, support you, shift the way you feel, the way you think towards blushing, break down those old connections, and make it easier and easier for you every single day to walk that courageous path in a way that supports you. Go for it. Awesome. Take care, everyone. Brilliant.